This is for sure a super shoe, but is the Nike Invincible ZoomX the super shoe for easy days? Let's talk about it. Despite the fact that I have Vaperflies, despite the fact I love my Nike trail shoes, despite the fact I have Nike gear, despite the fact I love the Invincible ZoomX, I don't want to love Nike. But for some reason, I keep coming back to buying Nike running shoes for different and various reasons because, man, they are just something special, and that is this shoe. When we look at different types of shoes and building out a shoe rotation, you have your race shoes, which for me mainly is the Endorphin Pros. You have your Tempo Day shoes. You have your Easy Day shoes, and that's kind of builds out that rounded out shoe rotation. And when I look to find an Easy Day shoe, my biggest things I look for is it something I can put miles in? Is it something that's gonna be comfortable and also protect my feet as I'm putting on most of my miles in Easy Day shoes? And man, let me tell you, for me, this is the super shoe of Easy Days. It may not be your lightest shoe that you have out there. In my size, it's coming in at 10.7 ounces for the standard US 9. It's just under 10 ounces. It's got a 9mm drop, but there is something about the way this shoe is constructed that I absolutely love this shoe. So let's take this shoe from top to bottom, not going into so much detail, but the upper part I have run in hot weather and I have run in cold weather. It is a nice mesh that is very, very comfortable. It is a nearly fully gusseted tongue. And this shoe is really comfortable. I have heard that some people who have more wide feet have struggled with this shoe, but for me, I have a standard foot and absolutely loving the upper. It is cushioned enough to protect the feet. It is great for long runs. It is not causing any sore spots or hot spots on my foot. And it's just a plain comfortable upper. It's durable and it's gonna last some higher mileage. But what makes this shoe so special is the midsole. Nike has the most innovative and to me the most comfortable foam out there in this ZoomX. And this is a pillow of ZoomX. It is not something that has anything else in the middle of it. Most ZoomX shoes take your Zoomflies, your Vaperflies, for example, or other shoes have a combination of ZoomX and other types of midsole, but this, simply a pillow of ZoomX underneath your feet. And I love a bouncy, I love a squishy ride, I love a soft feel on my Easy Days. And so when I look at what makes this shoe so special is this midsole of fluffy ZoomX is unlike any other ride on Easy Day that I have ever experienced. And the first time I put on these shoes and went for a run, I remember coming back and telling my wife, I said, I feel like I just cheated my Easy Day because my feet were so comfortable and so protected and great for the landing that I loved that feel. Now, if you're a firmer ride, if you are somebody who likes that ground contact, this is not gonna be your shoe. You would put the shoe on and most likely hate it. But if you are a Bondi user, if you are a Glideride user, or a Saucony ride user, these are gonna be great shoes for you to feel that cushion underneath your feet. But we all know that ZoomX on our Vaperflies, on our Alpha Flies, it doesn't last that long. How long do we think this shoe's gonna last? And that takes me to the bottom of the shoe. I have put in over 60 miles on this shoe. And when you take a look at the bottom of these shoes, there really is no wear patterns that have happened. Yeah, you got a little bit here on the medial side, but I put 60 miles in and I'm not seeing any wear that's happening on these outsoles. And so when I look at this, I think these are 450, 500 mile shoes, and I'm excited to put 450, 500 miles in these shoes. I think I'm gonna run in these things for a really, really long time. But that brings me to the drawback of the shoe. This bad boy at full retail price, $180. That is insane. I remember when I first looked at this shoe, I didn't buy it because I said $180 for an Easy Day shoe, it's a little ridiculous. And so I just watched it for a little bit, and that's probably why this review is a lot later than all the other reviews that you see online. But when the price dropped and I was able to get this for under $150, I thought to myself, okay, let's do some math here. If this is a 400 to 500 mile shoe, all my other Easy Day running shoes are 400 to 500 miles. Let's see, is this the best shoe that we can get for a dollar per mile? And when we do the math, at $150, you're gonna get, and let's say they do 500 miles, it's about 30 cents a mile. Let's compare that to some other shoes that I have. Mach 4s, I think they'll go about 400 miles. That's around 32 cents a mile at $130. Glideride, I personally prefer the Glideride 1 over the Glideride 2. Those you can get Glideride 1s, the version 1, if you have it in your size, at $99. So what does that bring down? That's at 20 cents for 500 miles. Not bad, that's an extremely good value. We look at the Hoka Bondi, $150 at, say, 500 miles. It's the same price as these Nike Invincible ZoomX. And so when I'm looking at how does this compare, at $150, man, this may be the best valued super shoe out there. Let me tell you, if you're looking to protect your feet and get them done on a long run, you can't go wrong here.